find focus? I'm sick of half my clips not being in focus, so I gotta do this now. Alright, I think we're good. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jacy, and today we will be finally making over my living room. Don't know why I did that. I'm not in my living room, and we're not doing it today. I already did it. But in this video, we'll be making over my living room. So for background, if you guys haven't seen my other videos, I recently moved into a beautiful new apartment in Los Angeles. It is one bedroom. It is about 700 square feet, and there is a ton of living area space, which I'm really excited about because I love the idea of a separation of like a sleep area from the work area from the relaxing area. So in this living room, it has space for a couch, a TV, maybe even a little sitting area. In this video, you will find that actually in terms of my whole apartment, I would say about 80% of what I have in my apartment was either thrifted, hand-me-downs, bought used, or literally taken off of the side of the street. So I'll kind of explain those as I go. But it was really important to me to save money and have functional items that I have as starter furniture, and then as the longer that I'm here, I can replace those either with items that I want to purchase brand new that I like even more, or I think just from a perspective of future Jacy, I actually really like how all the furniture turned out. It's funny because some of the furniture is like the ones I grew up in my own house that my parents gave to me like as a hand-me-down. And I like it in my own little space now. It feels like I'm bringing a little part of home to me. So I'm really excited with how it turned out. So I'll stop babbling and let's just get to the living room makeover. All right, I am in my empty-ish living room and we are gonna make over this bad boy. So all I have in it right now is my couch, which was very easy to assemble. It was literally, there were no screws or bolts involved. It was kind of just a few brackets and then popping them on. I have behind me a little wooden bench that I've had in storage for many, many years, back when I was living with my parents. So I brought that over because that actually matches some of the other furniture that I got from my parents that are hand-me-downs. So they gave me a coffee table, which I'm actually using as a nightstand, and then a side table, which I'm actually using as a coffee table. So you'll kind of see how that all comes together. But as I'm going along, I'll kind of point out what is thrifted, hand-me-down, because I think next to nothing except the couch I can link to because it was all used. But so the plan for this living room is I bought this couch and I wanted a darker color couch, and then I have wood furniture as all of the other furniture. So I thought that it all felt kind of dark, so I really wanted a pop of color. But I went to Marshall's and I saw this yellow set of pillows and a blanket, and I thought, all right, yellow is gonna be my pop of color in here. So that's kind of the motifs that we're going for, is darker wood with pops of yellow. And then in our office area, that's gonna be all like white, almost IKEA furniture, and then with some pops of black. So you'll kind of see as we go along, but I really wanted to work linearly in terms of decor. So I wanted to get a base of the foundation of the things that I had and then build around that in terms of the decor and all of the other supplemental pieces. So let's get started. I think we're first going to start with this corner over here. So this corner is going to be like a little filming corner for me, hopefully. And we're going to kind of base it around this little bench and see what kind of cuteness we can come up with. So this is going to be my filming corner, and I have the bench so far. I have an ottoman that I've had for many years. It's kind of like a bluish gray ottoman that I think would fit nicely right here. I have a fake plant that I got for $7 at Goodwill. It's like this giant monstera? I don't know. So I'm thinking I could have that in the background. I also I have a lamp that I can put here, and let's just see what we can build. So this is my big old fake plant that I got from Goodwill. I also have this, I don't know if it's a stool or a plant stand, but I found it on the side of the road earlier this month. So I'm just gonna put the plant on top of this to give it a little bit more elevation. All right, so furniture is in for this little corner. Let's go to the couch area and see what we can do in terms of a coffee table. I also have a big rug, decorating with pillows and a nightstand, which I'm using as a side table. So let's do that. I have a rug that I got off of Facebook Marketplace for $15, and it is such a cute boho rug. It also ties in some of those light gray bluish tones from my ottoman. It might be a little too blue than what I was thinking now that I'm seeing it all together, but we're just gonna put it underneath the couch so that way we can section off the living room and to create some divisions of space. So I'm gonna put this under the couch, and then I'll put my side table, which I'm going to be using as a coffee table, in front of the couch as my coffee table. You guys get it. You guys get it. I just brought in this, it's actually a nightstand, but I'm going to be using it as a little side table. This I also found on the side of the road when I was driving around LA looking for furniture. It's a perfectly good piece of furniture. Like, it's all essentially brand new, and somebody was just throwing it away. So of course I'm going to use it. It just didn't match the wood color that's going to be in my bedroom, but it does kind of match the darker wood of the coffee table, of the TV stand, and the bench, so it fit perfectly. So I've already put in here some of my storage stuff. This is a book that I'm reading, headphones, just like another easy storage place. I've also put a power strip here, just so I have somewhere easy to charge my phone that's accessible, especially whenever I have guests over, so that way they're not hunting for an outlet somewhere. It's just nice and easy right here. I mentioned before that the outlets in this apartment are stupid, and they're all two-prong, and all of the power strips that I bought were all three-pronged, so those were all kind of a waste, but I did find a couple off Amazon that were two-prong that became a three-prong power strip, so hopefully that'll come in handy. Let's talk pillows. So like I mentioned before, I saw these pillows at Marshall's that were like this nice mustardy golden yellow, and I was like, that's gonna be a perfect pop of color. However, now I had a dark blue couch, yellow pillows, I have this bluish gray ottoman over here, and then dark wood. How am I gonna tie all these together? So I went searching for some pillows, and I found these pillow covers off Wayfair. Oh, guys, that are literally a dream. They perfectly tie in all of the elements of my living room. So we have the bluish gray here that ties in with the ottoman. We have the pop of yellow here. We also have the dark blue of the couch. These were $50. $50 for pillows. I never thought as an adult I'd be spending $50 on pillows, especially because you guys know how much I love to thrift. But when it comes to things that it really does elevate your space and top off the space, I am more than willing to spend a little bit of coin there. So I'm really excited about these pillows. So I'm gonna put the two mustardy golden pillows on this couch along with this pillow, because then I'll have the bluish gray so it ties into the ottoman from across the way, and then I'll put this one on the filming desk or filming bench to tie in the yellow opposite of the couch. So you'll kind of see what I mean. But so let's set up the pillows. I don't think I've shown my TV yet. This is my TV. It's right across the way from the couch. Couch is right there, filming corner here. TV. You guys getting it? You getting the layout here? But back to my filming corner, I have, let me show you. I have this mirror. Can you guys see yourself? Ooh, ooh. I have this mirror that I found, surprise, on the side of the road. And it's a pretty flimsy mirror, but again, it was free. And I had it in my bedroom for a while as like a full-length mirror, but then I went thrifting again, you know how I do. And I found a better one that's much bigger for the size that I wanted. So now I just have this extra mirror, and I think I'm just gonna lean it against the wall for right now until I can figure out if I wanna hang it up, if I wanna put it somewhere else. But for now, we'll just kind of that kind of works because it kind of ties the black in with the black over there. It all works. It's all coming together. For finishing touches, I picked up some things that I'm super excited about. So when it comes to coffee table books, I am not a fan of people who they buy coffee table books just because they're a certain color or certain aesthetic, which is totally hypocritical of me because I did the same thing with my coffee and bar cart, how I literally just got books that were on theme with the cart. So I guess I'm a liar in that sense. But when you're in the living space and you're right here, I would much prefer some type of book that's either meaningful, sentimental, or interactive. So I, of course, went thrift shopping and I found these and I am so stoked about them. They're the old school I Spy books that we grew up with. Like, how fun is this? Like, I just imagine all my friends coming over, sitting down on the couch and being like, oh my God, like, guys, while I'm making dinner, like, play with the I Spy book or something. Like, it's just a lot more fun and interactive and nostalgic. So I'm gonna be using those to style my coffee table and to hide some of the discoloration and ugliness of how old this table is. So I have those here. I got this at Marshall's. It's a little leaf tray and I saw it and I knew I had to get it because one, it's black so it ties in with that lamp and that mirror that I have over in my filming corner, but it also brings in that leaf motif of the giant fake plant that we have over there that again, I don't know what it is. So I'm gonna use this as a tray. I got a candle from Marshall's and it is wild honey nectar. And it's yellow, so I had to get it. And it's funny because I bought this and it so matches the yellow everywhere else that I'm now too terrified to burn this because I need it for decor. So I actually bought second candles for burning that smell good but aren't as pretty, and this one's just for looks. So I have that. Another amazing Goodwill find is a Table Topics. I found this for $3 at Goodwill. If you don't know what Table Topics are, it's this nice little acrylic case and they're just discussion cards. So they have different themed ones. They have, I think, like couples, friends, bachelorette party, like all different kinds of fun ones. This one was a family table topic, so they're very family friendly. And just to give you an example, it says, would you travel into space if you could? Or what do you admire most about your parents? So my rule when you come to my apartment is that if you point out the table topics or if there's like a lull in the conversation, which there hardly ever is, I talk way too much, then we can pull out a card and just kind of discuss it. So I had somebody come over and we pulled a card and we ended up talking about it for like an hour. So I was really excited about this and I think it's another great interactive coffee table addition. All right, here's what you missed so far. So I have behind me a shoe rack that I found on the side of the street. That might be the last time you hear that, but no promises. But I found this shoe rack on the side of the street. I found, oh no, I did lie, because I also found this mirror on the side of the street. This is a little different than the one I put over my filming corner, but it's a little similar because it has a black frame, but it was missing a little part on the bottom, which was no big deal because I ended up putting it right above the shoe rack, and then the shoes that I put there will cover that bottom area. But this is kind of just like, almost like a mini mudroom or a landing area for when I come home or I'm leaving, just to get one last glance in the mirror, make sure I have nothing in my teeth, everything is looking good. So we're gonna put some shoes here. I also put a little command hook, so somewhere I can hang my keys. That's one thing about moving to an apartment that I'm not used to, is that I have a key fob for my car, so I never used to take my keys out of my purse because when I lived with my parents, they would always leave the door unlocked. But now it's so hard to remember, like when I'm leaving, like, oh, I gotta unlock the door, let me get my keys out. And same thing when I come back home, I have to get my keys out. So I needed a little hook, is the moral of the story, for my keys. The next project we'll be tackling is this lovely bookcase behind me. So I got this bookcase from Facebook Marketplace for about, I think it was 50 bucks. I think it was 50 bucks. And I was gonna buy a bookcase brand new from IKEA, but they were all sold out. And even if they weren't sold out, it would have been too difficult for me by myself to put it in my little Kia Optima, haul it up the stairs and assemble it in here. So I'm really glad that I bought it used, even though it is a little bit worn, but that's fine. So this little guy in here, I did lie. I found another thing on the side of the road. So I found this on the side of the road and I saw it and I was like, I don't know what that is, but I can easily put that in a bookshelf and make it a little bit more of a visual interest piece. I ended up looking it up. It's a shoe rack. It's another shoe rack. So I found 2 freaking shoe racks on the side of the road. But I took out a piece. So it's supposed to have 4 equal cubbies, but I took out one and kind of made it different because I have some books that I wanted to fit in this way and kind of show off and stack that way. So I took one section out, and then I have a bookshelf shelf just hanging out on top of it. So when I do that, so when I put it all together, it kind of looks like it's supposed to be like that. Like, it looks cool. The only issue is that it has this weird gap here and then a smaller shelf here, but I have some scrapbooks that I think will fit perfectly in those areas. So I actually am going to be doing a separate video about styling my bookcase and what I put on my bookcase, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm kind of just, for this video, I'm going to time lapse it all so you guys can just get an overall idea of how I do this bookcase. So let me put the shoes on the shoe rack, some books on the bookcase, and then I'll be done. Well, I won't be done, but I'll be done with this part. You guys get it. You get it. Good morning. It's a couple days later, so I finished my shoe rack here with my mirror and my keys to hang on. I also finished my bookcase video, so that'll be in a separate video coming up. I was kind of just geeking out about all of my books and how much I love them and how sentimental they are to me. So that one's definitely more of like a rambling video and not as like funny, but I enjoyed making that video, so that's all that's important. All that's left in the living room is just like some finishing touches. I was going to include in this video my dining area as well as my office area, but then this video would just be too long and overwhelming. So I'm actually gonna make that a separate video and do a little hanging plant DIY into it as well. But all that's left for here is I think we're just gonna do our last finishing touches, and then I'll show you guys the big living room reveal. So let's get to that. I got a cute little letterboard from Ross that I was thinking of hanging up back here, but if this is my filming corner, you actually wouldn't see it if it was that high up, and the color wood doesn't match the rest of the wood. But I'll probably just keep it on the bench for now, maybe hang it up later, to be determined. But oh, would you look at that? Like and subscribe. Thanks. Not this part yet. I'll say that later. But thanks. Cute. All right, and we are in my finished living room. I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I love my little filming corner here, as well as that fact that it adds more seating if I have people over. I'm really happy with the way my living room turned out. I am so grateful I went with these colors with the little pops of yellow, but still with like the darker furniture and the darker couch. I like that all of this furniture is really worn in, but that just means that it's loved, and it makes me feel like I have a piece of my home here with me. I think that's the most important thing with my living room, was that I see really beautiful aesthetic living rooms and bedrooms on Pinterest, and I wanted something like that, but I also wanted something that was really more my style, something that was functional, but also a place where I just felt really comfortable and like it was a good representation of me, which is why I love my bookcase so much. I don't have color coordinated books or things like that. They're books that I love. They're decor pieces that are really sentimental to me. I also love that half of the things in here are thrifted or from the side of the street. So not only did we save money, but I also feel like I got a little piece of treasure that I get to show off in that sense. So I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. One place that I do want to grow into in terms of the living room is actually the space above the couch, which I'll show you guys. On this blank space of wall, I do want to eventually do a gallery wall. However, I really want to grow into those pieces and kind of like find them, discover them, as well as kind of collect very meaningful things to me over the next few months. I didn't want to rush into that because then I knew I would just be putting up pieces that it was just for the sake of looking pretty, when I really want it to be really a representation of me. So an example will be off Etsy, I bought an art print from my favorite movie, Midsummer. I'm gonna get a couple photos of like my family, and I just wanted that to show like all of my favorite things or things that are like family items. So I really want to grow into that, which is why there's this big space, but I didn't want to rush it. So maybe I'll do a video of that in the future of me finally putting up my gallery wall. But in the meantime, I'm just really excited of how it turned out. So let me show you the living room. Alright, and the living room is finally done. I am so excited with how it turned out. I still have a couple other things to do, like I mentioned that gallery wall. There's still some other little spaces that I might be able to film. So I'm really loving how my apartment's turning out. I feel really safe here, really cozy here, and even though I'm in the city now, and of course it is still the coronavirus that things are closed or not happening, I am enjoying just spending time living in my apartment. I barely leave throughout the week. I just kind of sit on the couch and look around and go, wow. It's pretty cool. But thank you guys so much for joining me along in this journey. I know I've had a few apartment videos lately because I'm just so excited. So I thank you guys so much for joining me along in these videos. If you like these kind of videos, make sure to like and subscribe so you can join me on any future filming of my apartment, my adventures in LA, or just if you like hanging out with me, because I like hanging out with you. But I thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Toodles! Oh. And then my glasses, because I'll need to see those when I see the TV. You know what's funny? With how big my TV is, and how close I am to the TV, I still need to use my glasses. And I still need subtitles to hear everything that they're saying. Is this what getting old is?